Hey everyone, down here from the Turbo Concept here, and welcome back to Comic Studio anyways. But before we're gonna begin of this video, we have slightly losing for some views in the last 90 days, or 28 days as well. And we're probably gonna be very sure that the last time's video, we have done reviewing for the Hyperheims comics around here for the latest. And now we're going to be reviewing for some of the very first comics that Hyperheims posted for the very first time. So I hopefully that we're going to be browsing for this one. I finally got the mouse cruiser on 2 days ago. I have done playing Roblox as well. So the last time I went from Westover to Delaware, and it's pretty going all the way out here inside of Delaware as well, because I just went from Westover to Odessa, Delaware, and finally I might made it, ended up in the gas station, and I just completely leave the game as well. So don't worry, we're gonna be going for around here instead of browsing comics as well. In the next video, we're gonna be going for a Spanish comics for its first ever Spanish comics that we're going to be finding for the first view or first few of the comics as well, from Espanol as well, or some sort of a Spanish as well. So we're going to be trying to check out for some Hyperheim's very first comics that I'm going to be set to the oldest. Here we are in his username, and I'm about to scroll all the way down because it seems there must be new kinds of comic feeds that we're going to be trying to seeing them out. So all you have to do is going to be a little bit closer. That the last comic that it eventually posted and the newest comics was probably right over here. But instead of that, kind of an unknown new cookie has come from a storm as well. So let's gonna be browse the comics, and all the way down it was. So I'm probably gonna be going all over here into the next page as way we go. So we done here in this page. So we got a bunch of we gotta do for a lot of bunch of pages as well. But I'm slightly not sure. That pop out some scam ads as well. So let's go to the oldest. Go. I finally made it myself for its very first things as well. So, if we're just completely already reviewed, I finally managed to do so as well. So, this is one of the most ratings as well. So, the first ever things was a bigger fire Hyperheims. I think this is going to be going for a bigger fire as well. So, we're going to be clicking for its first couple of those things as well. And we get a lot of those selves as well, even 4 clips as well, and it's gonna be pretty a lot. So let's go for its first thing to review for this one, and it's gonna be up to the next page as well. So hopefully I'm not gonna be very late, and we're gonna be trying to do for its first one as well. So let's gonna be click on here. We're probably not sure that we're not going to be reading for his first ever comic. This is his first ever comic, and the title was called A Big Fire. So let's grab a comic as well to grab an image, and you're going to be pasting around for this. Unfortunately, we're unable to read this quickly as fast as possible, and that leads into my studio as well. The description says, when going out of camping, it is probably not a good idea to bring the devil cookie along. They are probably going to put like these or pull like these for probably as well. So we're going to be read them fast as well. So if I'm going to be trying to read this for the very first time, it will be easy, but unfortunately that is popped out for it. Next is going to be extraordinary scam as well. So let's read this quickly as fast as possible for its 4 clips as well. Here we go. The fire is starting to get a bit low. Okay, let me go grab some extra woods for the flames. Who needs fire when you can just do this? And that wasn't going to be probably to do what is resisted as well. So instead of the fire has just blasted small or big, I think the devil cookie just made enormous. So this is the classic paint that you're waiting for. As I might gonna be zooming a little bit closer and all the way to the top, as we can see for this first time, and slow down for just one. This is Hyperheim's very first comic that is just eventually created as for the very first time. But you see this, it's not gonna be raising up with fire, it's raising up with fire spirit right on this thing as well. So I cannot believe that isn't gonna be going to believe for just what is going on. So the next thing we're gonna be trying to do, let's quickly try to get this thing, all of this thing as well, and we're gonna be undo and paste. There it goes. Unfortunately, we cannot able to read the description down below as well. So I might gonna be trying to get a little bit low about for this thing as well. So back to 100 and paste over here. So it's just like a normal size. So it's not just pretty good. So looks like it's not gonna be trying to read there in the descriptions as well. It doesn't matter how good a magician you are, these cards are not worth it no matter you are. So the next thing isn't going to be just like one thing. It has the one comment as well in the first ever comic that he ever created as well. So let's read beneath for just only one for alongside as well. So going to 200%, and he says, what type of magic can you do? I can pull things from my hat and make things appear from thin hair, and even make use it out of cards, because said the magician, or like this something like an unknown thing. It says, is it just normal playing cards, or just kind of normal playing cards? Any cards that you can think of. Yep, that we're gonna be kindly a little bit closing down for just a little bit for one thing. So you're telling me there is a use to this blinder of innovation cards that I have stockpiled? Nope. Okay, I know. I can do magic, but I can't perform miracles. So that's why that magician didn't try to do so as well, or didn't may actually learned, or he just made him something that this guy doesn't able to be showing you how to try to do this, what anything that possibly we need to do. So let's grab for its third comic, and we're gonna be pasting on to the Paint 3D. So we absolutely grab quickly as fast as possible. So let's get a little bit close as well, but unfortunately we're unable to see this into the description. So there must be a description, isn't going to be just like one thing. It's unscammed as well. Here is the description. When eventual cookie feels like when eventual cookie feels like they have been replaced as the most beloved cookie, the kitten him and string gummy cookie get into a bunch of anxious that involve them trying to find a way back home. So it's only just the 4 clips that we try to do say. Guys, we're not supposed to going to be replaced around here. You are a cookie? No! I am a human. So, I'm an automobile as well, not a cookie. No, I just probably tried to do what I just really tried to say this one as well, so I cannot believe this is one I didn't want that I just tried to expect it. You are an automobile. So let's just get rid of this thing and say automobile as well. So you are an automobile, but I can't say for just pretty first time as well. So I'm not gonna be doing for one thing. So let's gonna be going for text over here. So instead of this thing, and I'm not gonna be doing for this thing. And there it goes. Automobile that I just realized. And so I'll be getting a little bit closer, and oh dear, I can't read things a little bit smaller as well, so I gotta be tucking around for just a little bit of time. So this isn't gonna be going for background field, so I cannot make any of these things smaller. Unfortunately, I can't make things small because I'm not going to be very sure that we're doing this for a little bit of while. So as I can scroll down, at least there's Licorice Cookie has just tried to get some space donuts and some sort of like these things. Or not being replaced as well. There's a rocket carrot. You can really fly? It's falling with style. That's all the 4 clips that we just probably would say. And I never believe we still actually try to be scam. And you know, this sounds very familiar. That was pretty right, and it also has 1 comment. The next image is going to be for the 4th, but I can prove it that we're going to be getting rid of this as well. So let's go down to 100%, and I cannot believe that we're not doing this for a little bit, pretty sure. So here it is. We have for its 4th comic as well. So the cookie story was the Hyperheims, and the title was the Cookie Run Iceberg rephrased by Hyperheims. So this isn't going to be going to tell the description. After releasing the 2-hour-long video as the Cookie Run Iceberg refrigerates, I thought I'd make a comic for commemorate the event. So that was pretty cool about for just only 1 thing. So let's just gonna be trying to do this. In a ship leading to a faraway land. Captain Ice, what are you looking at? There is an iceberg forward ahead, but it's populated by many cars and automobiles. And lots of cookies and less amount of humans as well. So this is pretty ahead, and it could be a Happy Feet reference.